about people that are hyped near the DJ. Side question: how do you deal with requests? Like, you know that one drunk person's like, "Yo, play this." They ask you 4 times.
Please.
How do you deal with that?
Stop showing us your phone. Speaking for all DJs. It's amazing because, you know, definitely you find some people that are not the greatest, but you also find amazing people. You kind of know what you got to put yourself into a little bit, right? So people that are coming in drunk, they ask you for the same request 1,500 times. And like, I got you. I'm like, do you think it's the right time to play that?
Your job will do my job.
Some DJs do that.
Straight facts. Back at it again. You already know. So, son, the cut.
Yes, sir. And you got your man's Ace over here. And today, we know we got DJ Velvet in the building. You know what I mean? Ottawa's Warehouse Restaurant official DJ. She's mixed with different artists and in different festivals, such as Riverfest, right, in Elora, with junior recipient Charmaine, as well as nationally acclaimed RBC Blues Fest, with Ottawa-based artist Leah Cloud, and most recently with Ottawa's very own hip-hop festival, Cranium Festival, that we know very well. And we have DJ Velvet in the building.
Quite the accolades.
That's a nice resume. That's a nice resume. For a second, the producers looked at me like, "Is he gonna make it?"
Don't mess it up.
Thank you.
Well done.
DJ Velvet, tell us about your background, your upbringing, you know, and your introduction to the music world.
It's pretty extensive. Obviously, I know I'm Haitian. Hey.
Okay.
Shout out to all those.
Music influence. I mean, let's see my background. So I grew up in Montreal, South Shore.
Okay, 514 in the building.
You know it. I moved to Ottawa about 10 years ago. I came here for school, and I've been here since, and it's been a blessing. Honestly, I don't think I regret ever leaving. But yeah, my introduction to music, I think it's mostly my dad, to be honest. My dad's always been a music guy. It's always been into music, always played big records in the house. So it's definitely what I was in. That's when I guess I got introduced into music.
Yeah. Okay. And when did you start DJing? And how did you get into it?
I always say officially about 2 years ago, but I always used to do it back in the days for my family. I was saying earlier that one of my cousins was DJing, and he's actually younger than me. And at some point, I was like, "Yo, let me do this. We are having a family party," and I was like, "Yo, can I DJ with you?" And he taught me.
You always wanted to connect your Bluetooth to the Wi-Fi.
I was always the one playing music. It was always me. I always loved it, and I always have a very diverse sense of music. And my family always used to say, "You always have some weird music you listening to," but then after that, everyone's listening to the music, right?
It's lit.
So yeah, I think that's where it's kind of started for me.
And you have a unique DJ name, right? So how did you come up with it?
Damn, I hate this question. It's so corny.
Like Velvet Cake?
Pretty much.
Is that it?
Do I have to say more? Honestly, that's really what it is.
For real?
I really love
I just took a guess.
It's the easiest way. No, honestly, I loved Velvet Cake, and I had some friends back in Montreal. They were one of their girls who used to call me Black Velvet. Yeah. So originally, when Instagram started, my name was like Velvet something, and then it moved on or whatever. And then I was like, well, I'm not trying to move away from the Velvet, so we're gonna keep it DJ Velvet, right? And that was it.
It became a part of you.
It's corny, but simple.
Hey,
that's what it is.
That's what it is. And Velvet Cake is very good.
It's a good way to be remembered.
Don't give me no Velvet Cake though. I don't want it. I ain't gonna eat it.
So what was it about music that drew you in?
Wow. I think music is very therapeutic for me. I think whatever emotion, anything I feel is within the music. My best way of communicating is music. So you always have that one friend that sends you music. It's like, hey, I thought about you. I'm that person for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely sending. However I'm feeling, you're gonna know through the music that I'm either playing or sending you. So that's my love. First love for sure.
Music is everything, right?
It really is.
Like nowadays, just before coming in, like I seen the TikTok, from like back in the days, voicemails, right? You used to like play music, right? So you describe your vibe, right? Before the voicemail starts, right?
Yes. I think I saw that TikTok.
Yes.
Back in the day.
The algorithm is working on both of us, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, the music is everything for sure. Like with your feelings for sure. And as a female DJ, tell me, what are some of the barriers you've encountered And what are some of the barriers that you could foresee for your future as a female DJ?
A lot of the ones that I could speak for myself, but it's for most female DJs I find, or just women in the industry, to be honest. Obviously, it's a male-dominating industry, so they don't necessarily take you very seriously until they hear you or another man has vouched for you.
Wow.
So that's definitely something
So you
that
mean without male validation, it can be hard.
I think it's hard. I think it's
So
harder.
you're telling me if another female DJ vouches for you, maybe
I think it put some weight. Yes, for sure.
Right.
Another female DJ will vouch for me, and it will put some weight, but it will depend on her extensive resume. I believe, at least.
Right.
And I don't think it's only my experience. I'm grateful enough to have amazing female and male DJs in the industry that have taught me and vouched for me. So I don't want to say that my experience has been too difficult, but I've definitely been in situations where whoever was the promoters, they did not really take a girl seriously, but then they're like, oh shit.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
You know, but I think it's part of life. So that's definitely something I'm trying to break. I want for sure for more women to be in this industry and feel as comfortable as possible, you know?
So what would be one piece of advice that you'd give to yourself as a 16-year-old trying to get into music as a woman overall?
Just do it. I think coming from a Haitian background, I think one of the things our parents ask us to do is get that diploma, get a job, pay them bills, but that's not what life is all about, you know? So I feel like if you do have a specific dream, even if it doesn't look the same as what your parents or your family or friends have, just believe in it, just go through with the vision, and somebody's going to join that vision, and it's going to make it happen.
Speaking of which, to kind of follow up on that, have you gotten a lot of support from your family doing music?
Actually, tremendous support.
Yeah.
I love my family. Yeah.
Speak on it.
My first controller was one of my cousins that bought it for me. So I told them, I was like, y'all, we about to do it. We about to do it. And they're like, okay, we believe in you. They always did, right? And he bought me my controller. He said, yo, go pick it up. It's at this place. I was like, okay, bet. And then I told my parents, both my parents. My dad was like, really? Actually, you know what happened? My dad came down to Ottawa. And then he saw the box for the controller downstairs.
Right.
He's like, which one of your friends is a DJ? I was like, what you mean? I was like, what do you mean? It's me.
Right.
He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's me. He's like, nah, you playing. I was like, no, I'm telling you. Obviously in Creole.
Right.
And then he's like, no way. You have to tell me, you have to invite me, such and such. We kind of let it go. And then I started, going up and really actually growing from that. And
Put in the work.
Exactly. I put in a lot of work, and I would send him the videos or where I was at. And he was just so happy, so proud. So both my mom and dad are like, yeah, my daughter's a DJ. My daughter's a DJ. It's been really fun, Yeah. My mom's been blessed to have seen me. My dad, not yet. But my mom has come, she came to festivals with me to see me. So that was really amazing.
Good support.
You got your mom to festivals, crowded,
she
right?
was proud. She was like, that's my daughter, that's my daughter. No, my parents are pretty cool. I love that.
That's very good. That's very good. It's family support. I mean, it's everything.
Absolutely.
You can't buy that, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
no, you
It's
can't.
priceless.
And how would you define the job and describe the influence of the DJ?
The job, I think if you're passionate, the job can be very easy. I think it's the industry that's not that easy, but the job per se is definitely.
Explain, what do you mean by it's not that easy?
I feel like the industry, you have to be very careful. You have to earn your respect, and the way that people move are not necessarily always genuine.
Right.
So you have to make a difference between that, and then you just kind of keep it moving, honestly, and not take too much things to heart.
Right.
But I think that's where the industry is difficult, but the job itself, if you're passionate about it, it's really easy.
So you have to have some tough skin being in this type of industry.
100%. I don't always have it, but yeah, I have a great support system for that.
No, for sure. Like, kind of like, you feel like they don't, like, the leads are not serious, or maybe the pay changes, stuff like that. The pay can change, right? So
there's a lot of, this is my price. Well, how about we do this and that? Right. That's the price. You got to get somebody else, but then somebody else might do it for cheaper, Right. But, I respect everyone's hustle. We got to do what we got to do. And then I'm always willing to kind of, let's figure out how we can make the community better. And that's what I'm all about. But, I got to respect the girl.
No, for sure. You respect the girl respect her prices. Right?
Exactly.
Simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, I think it goes for any contractor. They can
Absolutely.
relate.
That's men or women.
Know
For
your
me,
worth.
it's like, yeah, exactly. You have to know your worth. But
Right.
respect people's worth, please.
Yeah.
Respect people's
Knowing when to
talents,
say
too.
no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I definitely learned that this year.
Right.
When I first started, no, I was like, yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Left, right, and center. But now, definitely, I say no.
Right.
Yeah, respectfully.
Yeah. So, in terms of feedback mechanisms between technology and creativity, what do you humans excel at, and what do machines excel at?
Whew.
That's a very good one. In the AI world.
Yeah. I'm like,
Right now, you could do your Chat GPT,
my
man.
thing.
It's pretty useful.
I think humans definitely excel at the creative part
Yeah.
of it, right? We know we can read a crowd, we can know what's going on. You can listen to whatever anyone wants to listen to. Technology is definitely a big part today, right? But when technology fails, you got to make it out. So
Yeah.
you have to figure out a way to make it happen. But I think a great combination, a great balance of both definitely makes perfection. I definitely believe in that. Yeah.
We don't want to get too deep into your life, but we want to know what's up in your life. Okay.
What you want to know?
Take us through a typical day in the life of DJ Velvet. A typical morning. Break it down. How does it go down? From opening your eyes to maybe noon?
First thing I do is pray. You know, I'm a child of
Okay,
God, so I definitely
okay.
praise the Lord. But then I do have a day job, right? So I do, I work for the government. I'm a manager. So I definitely have a pretty heavy job during the day.
Right.
And then I usually take a little bit of rest, and then it's time for DJing. So obviously you guys can tell that is also as heavy.
Okay.
Being around a lot of people a lot of time, it's definitely energy draining, but it's just having a great
Right.
balance in your life and knowing where to go. I think it keeps
Speaking
it.
of which, how do you find that work-life balance?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure that
Yeah.
out.
Right.
Still trying to figure that
You're
out.
DJing tonight,
Yeah.
right?
I am
Oh,
DJing tonight.
okay.
Warehouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Warehouse tonight
Yeah.
in my little home.
Your little home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Warehouse has been a success.
Yeah.
Definitely,
has.
it's
It's
a great
been a
place over
success.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
successful place for sure.
Yeah. And could you so I'll take it from there.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it from there. Do you have a fixed schedule in terms of having that work-life balance? How do you find that schedule for you to have that creativity and that feedback into each other? In that sense.
I feel honestly it's a everyday thing. It's a case by case, I call it. But for me, it's obviously my day job is important for me, but at the same time, my passion is as important. So I always try to have a moment after the day job to find whatever new music is out, what do I have to do, what's everybody on at this point, and find the best ways to put those things together and get my next set ready in a way, I guess, see what's really going on. But I usually do that either after my work job or on the weekend.
Speaking of which, kind of to follow up to what we were talking about, you have a gig coming up tonight. How's your creative process in that sense? Kind of asking tough questions, my bad.
You are. Nah, you're good. These are valid questions. The thing is, I don't necessarily have one specific.
Yeah.
It's not really specific to what I'm doing. Working tonight, it comes natural for me because this is what I do, right? I go there all the time. So I already know what I kind of have an idea. But at the same time, what happens is whoever's there, you never know what crowd you're going to get.
Yeah.
Right? You never, especially Warehouse, you have no idea what crowd you're going to get. So you just kind of gotta roll with the flow. You go through with it, and then whoever's there, and that's what you go for.
So you gotta be alert and be able to read the room.
100%. That's the most important thing as a DJ is read the room.
Yeah,
for sure. You have to.
And can you describe for us like your state of mind as a DJ during a set? What supports the ideal state of mind, and what are your distractions? And also like what are strategies to enter into that state of mind more easily?
I'm gonna be straight on it with y'all. Straight facts.
Straight fit, actually.
That's what we appreciate, definitely.
I'm most of the time very nervous. I'm very honest about who I am as a person. I'm a very nervous person. I'm stressing left, right, and center. I'm like, I don't know I could do this, but I jump in and I'm just like, all right, you know why you're here. People asked you to be here for a reason. They hired you. You didn't hire them. So you go in, you get ready, you put your mindset together, and then you just straight go and get
you
into
just
it.
do your thing.
That's it. That's really it.
Yeah.
I think I have pretty good energy, and
Yeah.
once when I feed off the crowd, right? So anyone that's super happy and they come, is like, yo, Velvet, I ain't seen you in a while, or yo,
Yeah.
Velvet, you doing
Yeah.
your thing. Then I'm like, all right,
bet.
feed me, let's
Yeah.
go. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready, I'm hungry.
Talk about people that are hyped near the DJ. Side question: how do you deal with requests? Like, you know that one drunk person's like, "Yo, play this." They ask you 4 times.
Please.
How do you deal with that?
Stop showing us your phone. Speaking for all DJs.
Right.
Really, it's a tough industry, but it's amazing because, definitely you find some people that are not the greatest, but you also find amazing people. I made great connections throughout being a DJ, but you kind of know what you got to put yourself into a little bit, right? So you're gonna see some people that are coming in drunk.
Yeah.
They ask you for the same request
Right.
1,500 times, and like, yeah, I got you. It's like you're playing.
Next track.
You know what I mean? Like you could be playing, I don't know, you playing Migos, and they're someone's asking you for Mariah Carey. I'm like,
And you're like,
what do you mean?
"Aight."
I'm like, not gonna lie, I'd be asking people. I'm like, do you think it's the right time to play that?
Right?
I asked.
Yeah.
Do
Do your
whatever.
job, will do my job.
Some DJs do that. Do
Let
you
me
want me to
create
show
art.
up?
Yeah.
It's like, how about you show up to your job tomorrow and I
Yeah.
tell you how to do your
Right,
job? You know?
Yeah.
Yo, please give us a break.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can understand the entertainment industry, right?
Yeah, but be respectful. If you're respectful and you come to us in a very respectful manner,
Right.
most of the time we'll play it at some point. in the
100%.
night. Yeah.
Exactly. You can work it in.
Yeah,
It's your crowd, right?
exactly. Yeah.
And what are some of the considerations that go into deciding which track to play next, right? We talked about, requests, but, when you really, put in the flow, like your sequences, right? And what makes 2 tracks a good fit? And how far do you, tend to plan ahead during a set? Is it like chess? Where
Pretty
you
much.
plan a few moves ahead, 2, 3?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I speak for myself. Obviously, every DJ has their own way of doing things. I think when I start, it's obviously reading the room, but second, it's okay. I try to think about 2-3 songs ahead, right? What do I know is gonna work right with the crowd that I have right now, and what is it gonna with that balance? Is it gonna work well with the track that I'm playing at the moment, right? I think it's really just a game. It's pretty fun. Most of the time, I try not to have a specific set in mind.
Yeah.
I feel like that gets you a little bit more nervous because whoever was DJing before or after might want to play that same song too, right?
Or you
So
got a set full of techno.
Exactly.
And Benito and Manny walks in. You're like, oh,
Exactly.
shit.
So you have to improvise. That's really what it is. I think at least for me.
You
Other
have to be able
DJs
to
may
think on
tell
your
you
feet, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, be quick.
You gotta be quick.
Yeah.
Because if you have a set ready and someone played last already, you ain't
Yeah,
playing that
yeah.
again. Do
That's
not
done.
play it again, please.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you have to be.
You got your go-to bangers, I guess, in phases.
100%. Some of those never die.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Question for you. And this kind of relates back to, you have some big venues. You've worked. You have quite the extensive resume.
Yeah, it's far too kind. I still got work to do.
Right?
My question for you is this, and I'm going to get to the producer's question, but my question is this. Do you ever get stage fright? And how do you deal
What?
with it?
I was nervous about being here.
Yeah. Oh,
It's straight for that. Don't be nervous. We nice.
No,
Come
that's
on
just
now.
in my
hey, man, we're pretty
nature.
chill. We're pretty chill.
You really are. But no, before every gig, if you ever meet my circle of friends, they'll tell you. I get nervous, definitely. I definitely get stressed out in a way, but I think it's just in the nature of who I am, to be honest.
right.
But I'm a person that likes to rise over my challenges. So anything you put in front of me, I'm gonna fight it out.
Yeah.
I might be crying inside, but you never know.
I'm smelling someone that wants to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to deliver, right?
Yeah.
Of
You put that little
course.
pressure on yourself, right?
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, you're
You have to.
contracting, right? So you want your client to be happy, right?
Exactly. That's
Do you-
what matters.
Do you find that you're kind of hard on yourself?
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely hard on myself. That's for sure. For sure. But that's why you need a good support system.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. All right, let's get back to the...
Get back to regular schedule programming here. But let's talk about that. Like, how do playing music at home and presenting it in the club compare and relate? And what can be achieved through them, respectively? And what do you personally draw from both?
I think playing music at home is mostly based on your personality.
Right.
I think it's definitely that. Your personality will definitely transpire into your gig, right? It definitely, like, whoever is hiring me is hiring me for who I am as a person, right? So personally, what do I bring within music? How do I express who I am as a DJ through music? I'm sure this is why people hire us, right? So I might not play everything that I play at home,
Right.
but you'll definitely find bits and pieces of my personality at any of my gigs. That's 100%, and that's how I balance it out, because I feel that I'm one person for sure, but you might like something that I play at home, and you might like something I play in a club.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to play something that works for all three of us.
Yeah.
Right. So I may play
Which is
something.
tough, I think.
It's tough, but I think it's doable. As a DJ,
Right.
you kind of have to. You got to
Right.
do what you got to do. But I might play something that we want to hear at home, but I might mix it into yours, and then I might use your beat and your acapella, and I'll put them together.
With
And you'll be like, oh shit, I didn't think
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, I never thought I would like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
This
You're
song
doing
he
it
likes,
pre-game
right?
right now.
You gotta.
that's
It's all good, man.
that's DJ work.
Exactly. But yeah, that's what it is. I think that's how I find the balance. Yeah, for sure.
That's good. That's good. How would you describe the relationship between your choices and goals and being a DJ in that sense, like your expectations, your desires, your feedback from the audience? How do you deal with that?
Good one.
Damn. How do I deal with...
Take your time.
Okay. How do I deal between my choices and my goals as a DJ, right? Okay, and the expectations. I just try to do the best. That's really it.
Yeah.
I just try to be myself as much as I can.
Yeah, because you're saying how, you know what, you're trying to mix it up for everyone so everyone can relate to your music, and in that sense, you want people to be able to relate to your creativity.
100%, yeah.
Does it come to you? Do you find that it comes to you naturally, or is it just something that you've practiced over time and it's, you know what, this seems to work. This is the formula that gets, you know what, everyone hyped up? Or
I think it depends on your venue, but it has to be personality-wise.
Yeah.
Your creativity has to be personal to you. I don't want to be the same DJ as another DJ. I might play the same music, but don't want it to be...
you're gonna chop it up differently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That you said it perfectly. I want to chop it differently. So you might hear it from me, and then you might hear it from another DJ, but we didn't play it at all the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah,
Not at
yeah.
all. So I think that's how I want my personality and my creativity to transpire through my music,
Yeah.
through the way I go about it, and I think that's it. You might find me jumping on tables here and there, but that's just part of my personality.
Yeah.
Too, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's good. And a DJ set could potentially go on forever, right?
Right.
Technically. So other than closing time, what marks the end of a DJ performance for you?
Wow. I think it depends. I think it's really just about personality. I think for me, when it's time for me to cut,
Yeah, we need to know. We need to
it's
know.
time for me to cut. I might have a couple of songs that I'm gonna slow
Lights
it
open
down.
there. People are turning around like, what?
It's over already.
Damn, girl. I think slowing it down for sure. Slow it down in some music, but not too quick into the R&B. You might want to drop it down a little bit.
Right.
Drop down your BPMs here and there, and then you kind of just slowly let the people know they're gonna start getting out of here.
Right.
You
So
know?
you slowly, like you look at the BPMs, beat per minute, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
you
slowly-
transition into a slower song,
pace,
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, usually we try to go into some slower Afrobeat, slower R&B here and there before we start opening up the lights. But
Right.
yeah, that's how we close the set. Different for everybody.
Yeah.
Again.
What's the most satisfying conclusion to a set?
Wow. I think it's definitely important for people whenever they do. I think when the crowd comes in, like, damn, you did your thing.
Yeah.
You did your. I think that's one of the happiest thing. Or you know what? I've heard something this week. I'm not much of a dancer, but you had me dancing on a chair.
Okay, that's big.
Woo,
When you
okay,
take
I
the
did that.
non-dancer, yeah, that's big.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that made me feel so great because you'll be hard on yourself, 100%. But then you'll also feel it when you've outdone yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's natural, and you'll know, like, yeah, I killed that shit today. Like, you know how to do that.
You shouldn't shy away from your talent, right?
Exactly. bask in it,
Yeah.
marinate in it.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Right.
You know.
And with this infinite amount of data and sites and apps and I don't even know.
Tell 'em.
How do you keep up with the latest music trends? There's just so much out there every day that gets dropped. And like what gets labeled, hot, what doesn't get labeled hot. How do you figure out the mixes? Like how do you keep up with the Joneses? Like
The Joneses got to peek up with me. But,
yeah, right.
Okay. You heard that, man.
but no, really, honestly, I find everything as a tool. You'll find on any platform, you'll find someone did a mix of something. You're like, oh, I never thought about putting this and that together. Mm-hmm. And you kind of go ahead and either create it for yourself or try and find the person that did that specific mix, and then you blended it with something else that you've had.
Right.
I think a lot of the apps that we have now also, people get to choose the music that they want to play, right, for whatever they're posting or anything of the sort.
Yeah.
So you hear a lot of music like that. And then keeping up with anyone that is what considered underground, I think that's very important.
That's important too. Yeah, it is.
Very important.
Because when the
very
DJ
important.
plays that underground song that you can't believe,
Yeah.
that's how
It
it
has to
really
be
starts,
urban.
right?
Yeah. What
keeps you
is
up to
it? A
date.
great DJ. What is it? A great DJ makes you listen to something you didn't know you wanted to hear, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what they say.
It's a whole
There you
experience.
go.
a whole
Yeah.
We
new
got
vibe.
our snippet. We good.
That's what they say. But
So I was gonna ask, what's your favorite music genre to work with?
yeah, I might
Working in a
laugh,
club.
but it's house music.
House music.
I love house
Really?
music.
Huh, all
I mean,
right.
I don't want to be judgmental,
Yeah.
but when I look at you, I don't see house. But
Man, house music is so much fun. But I'm definitely a multi-genre type of person.
Yeah.
I listen to everything. Afrobeats is definitely what's most popular at the moment.
Very true.
I love playing it. I think it's super happy. It's very high energy type of music. I'm definitely a lover of hip hop. I grew up on that. Will never get away from that. But house music's definitely one of the things I love to play for sure. But I'll play anything.
I find it weird how.
No, go ahead.
Well, I just want to freaking lose the house music thing. Like, I don't know if it's me, but I find it works very well with hip hop. Like, is it me?
It does. There's a
'cause
lot
they're
of
close.
house
Yeah,
hip hop
I've liked a
blends.
few.
They're
Yeah.
not too far apart in
Exactly.
terms of composition. For
Exactly.
But I was gonna ask, how did you get into house music? That's a whole story in
Good one.
itself.
I wish I knew.
Right.
Honestly, it's always been something I've always loved. From high school all the way up. But I think just I heard some music and I was just like, yeah, I think this is pretty
this
dope.
is it for
you know,
you, right?
it's pretty dope. But then obviously you're surrounded by a lot of people that are mostly into hip hop, R&B, now Afro beats. But you know what? I'm a piano too.
Yeah.
You guys
piano's
know what? I'm a
dope.
piano. I'm
Yeah.
a woo.
I
piano
read
hits
that.
different.
the
I'm a piano and house
The
It hits
producer
Lord.
sent that
Yeah,
earlier to
yeah,
us,
he did,
and
he did.
yeah, I was wondering. I didn't Google it. Tell us
about
what
the
is
piano.
that?
Yeah.
I'm a piano. I don't think I could speak on what it really is, how it was built or anything of the sort, but I find it to be a very great mix of Afro beats and house and a lot of drums, I find. And I think it gets you kind of like, you know, like
It hits
moving. And for
different.
me, oof, yeah, it's something. Yeah, you definitely
Very
heard me
nice.
some I'm a piano and some house
wow.
music.
Yeah.
There's something today.
Yeah.
Learned a lot today.
Oh,
100%.
Very good, very
That's
good.
all I can do.
And what's your go-to song in the club? You want the people to go hammer turn.
go-to songs in a club.
What's your go-to song right now?
My go-to song.
Yeah.
I think the number one song right now is what is it? I wanna rock, Lil Uzi.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I see, I
Ooh,
see, I
that
see.
song.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's
Everyone
actually a
with
lot
Uzi.
of different mixes, right? There's a lot of remixes of that song that are actually amazing.
So you like to drop those remixes recently? Okay.
Absolutely. So there's one actually for I Wanna Rock that is with that Michael Jackson mix too.
Okay.
He mixed
Oh,
it
really?
together beautifully. I wish I had thought of that. Damn.
Wow.
But no, it's amazing. But yeah, definitely that song is one of those. Anything Burna Boy is definitely a
yeah,
hit.
off camera, I was talking about last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo. No, definitely. What else? A lot of Rema too. You like that. If we go into hip hop, obviously Drake is definitely your
Can't go wrong with that.
go-to. You can never go wrong with Drake, no matter where you're at. Believe me.
Except if it's a room full of Benitos, or so
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
You're done. It's not gonna slide. It's just not. Trust
We're
me.
just not feeling it.
You might be surprised.
Well, it depends, right? I'm sure. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Drake
You'd be
might pull it
surprised.
off.
Yeah.
Drake pulls
might
off a
pull it
lot
off.
of things.
He
You gotta
does.
give him that.
He
You gotta
might
give
pull
him
it
that.
off.
He pulls off a lot of things.
Yeah.
It speaks for the on the catalog, right?
Extensive catalog.
Definitely.
He does his thing.
And what are some of the like unwritten rules of a DJ?
I think I'm still learning them.
Still learning them?
To be honest, I think I'm still learning them.
There's not one maybe you could think of that's like very obvious, like.
One of the ones that I could use that I learned recently is an opening DJ and then the main DJ.
Right.
I think these are the one thing. So the opening DJ cannot play
Any
the
of the songs.
bangers.
Yeah.
Like the bangers.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Don't play Wanna Rock at 10 p.m.
Right.
The main
Right.
DJ not gonna be happy.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely one of the main unwritten rules that I know about. I'm sure there's a multitude of them. I'm still learning them, but I feel like we just gotta do a thing, man.
Yeah.
We just gotta do a thing.
You learn
with
with it.
Exactly.
The more you have experience, right?
You'll figure it out. Exactly.
What would your advice be to any aspiring DJs?
Come see me. No, honestly, do your thing.
Like
Just-
you consulting or is it on the side
Yeah.
sometimes? Or?
It's definitely something I want to do. I definitely want to try and build that in our community for young Black girls to DJ. I've had, since I started, y'all, I think I've had at least 5 teenagers
That you've mentored?
that have asked me. So I'm definitely working on something for them for that. But yeah, I think that's definitely one of the things, one of the advice I would give them
But
is
that just goes to
go
show
ahead
that
and
you're
do
having
it.
an impact on people in the community, right?
That's all I can aspire to be,
If people
man.
can feel as if they
I'm
can
doing this
relate
for
to
me.
you.
And talk
ask you
about
these
earlier
questions.
about challenges in the industry. I think you obviously it makes sense to pair with mentoring females, but I think you can mentor men too. Why not? You know what I mean?
If I can mentor men,
Yeah.
absolutely. Men mentored me.
There you go.
Yeah, I got into this because the man was like, "Nah, you got to do it," and then I did it. But no, it's not female based specifically just because I'm a woman, but I think because I'm a woman, a lot more women will be less shy to come up to a
That's
DJ,
naturally- it's a given.
and then they would be able to look at me. At least I want them to look at me and say, okay, I could do this, and I can do something out of it. Whether
Yeah.
that's just your passion, you want to do that as a hobby
Yeah.
or as a career.
Because I was thinking
That's
about it.
it.
I was like, yeah, there's a market for that. But I was like, well, what stops her from mentoring men too, right? So
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm down.
for
Let's
sure.
do it.
Let's do it. The sky is the limit. On that note, we're gonna switch it up.
All right.
Okay, we're
Finish the
gonna play a little game.
sentence.
Okay, it's called Finish the Sentence for us.
Okay.
We drop a sentence, you finish it.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Okay.
Keep it simple.
It's easy. Okay. I don't ever regret.
Starting DJing.
Okay. My favorite thing about OTT is.
Diversity.
Okay.
The last one's important.
If I could choose my last meal on earth, it would probably be
Damn, a steak.
steak.
A steak.
We want to know how.
Yeah,
some
actually,
question,
hold
how-
on, yeah.
just wanna know.
No, y'all gonna judge me and I don't care, but give me a medium rare.
Okay.
Do not play
Medium
with me.
rare?
Yes.
You're Haitian?
Yes. Why you gonna play me like that?
Your mama's doing this at home right now.
No, she not.
Yeah, she's telling you know it's well done. You know it should be well done. A little bit red, but you know it should be well done.
No, I like
You
a
should have not
nice.
told me you're Haitian.
Yo.
Oh, me? Oompa?
Oh, okay. Proud zone.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta try.
No, I'm open
I've
minded
tried
to
it.
it.
Okay.
Trust
It's
me.
not for me.
It's
My
not for
mom
you?
wasn't.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, I don't.
She
I
wasn't
can't
feeling
have
it at all,
me
though.
Burnt, yo.
Not
That's-
burn.
She
The
was
next
saying-
level after.
Any meat
Have
that
your
has.
chicken well done, but your steak gotta be red.
Yo, no, she's saying anything with.
I'm not
the-
saying fully red, but just a
To
little
each
bit
their
something.
own. Now the next segment.
Each their own.
Yeah.
The next segment.
It's called Money Talk.
Yes, money talk.
Let's
As
go.
Sosa knows, right? We like money at Straight Facts.
We
is that
talk
right?
about money all the time.
Right, right. Look at that logo of the merch. Look at the logo of the merch.
Big K, you already
We
know
like the
currency.
money at Straight Facts, right?
Yeah, facts.
Okay, it's all about the money.
And it's currency and
Yeah.
tea.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see
makes
y'all. I
sense.
see y'all.
Shout out to BIA.
So we money talk. All right.
But
Nice.
anyways, money talk. So what amount of money do you need to be considered rich?
Wow.
Be real now.
So rich within money you're speaking.
Yeah, we're talking
Money.
dollar figure. Yeah. Don't be 1,000 there, right?
I was going with millions. Okay.
watching. You're good. He's not watching. You're good.
I think, okay, definitely having millions obviously definitely makes you rich, but I think you can have thousands of dollars, but you multiply that, right? So richness doesn't necessarily have to be specifically within the millions, but how are you flipping your thousands?
No.
I think that's how it is.
He said no thousandaires.
He said no thousands. Man, give me a million
All right.
stats. Give me a million stats.
Well, how about that? Next question is right in that alley. They give you $1 million. What do you do with your first $1 million?
Ooh, investing. I'm buying some property.
We wanted to break down. Give us a general breakdown.
$1 million. Honestly, I'm probably buying a multi unit property.
Investment
And then I definitely would do that, invest in that, and then from there take all of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now what is your greatest investment?
myself.
There you go. No one will love you more than yourself.
That is
That's straight fit. That's straight fit X.
And we appreciate you for coming through. What should we be on the lookout for?
Very good question.
I will be in Toronto as well with Charmaine for the same festival as South by Southwest, but it's going to be the northern one in Toronto. So that's going to be June 13th to June 17th. So, but other than that, just follow me. Yeah, gonna follow my journey and pull up on me.
Yeah. Give us your ass. When you look at the camera, give us your ass.
DJ.Velvet.
Ooh, okay.
I'm the only one. Okay, the only one. So DJ.Velvet. You can follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. That's where I'm at.
DJ Velvet, it was an honor.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Far too kind. Thank you so much.